don't own the rights to this music. I guess everybody up and gone already. That TK Soul, y'all. Hey, Thomas, how are you? I love me some Zydeco Bounce. But good morning, good morning. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I know we have just one that has hopped on. And Thomas, I hope to see you this weekend in the place. You know, it's a big time in Gilmer this weekend. And I don't care where I live or how old I get crunk when I hear about these Texas Jamboree. So I hope to see you there tomorrow. But today is Friday and we got to get today done. So it's time to get to work. I have 6:26, so it's time to get the day started. Happy Friday to you. And today I want to call it Give It Up Friday. Give It Up Friday. The reason why I want to call it Give It Up Friday is because there's some things that I know we need to give up. Everybody's trying to do, all these great things, and you see all this stuff going up and down your timeline, and people are presenting opportunities, people are engaged in opportunities, people are seeking opportunities, but people are seeking nonetheless. And so in today's topic, Give It Up Friday, I just wanted to give a quick reminder of some things that we're just going to have to give up. And when I'm coming up with these topics, I'm thinking about myself too, so I don't ever want you to think that, it's just topics and I've removed myself from it, because I have not. And so good morning, Risa. And so today is Give It Up Friday. And so one of the things that I want to talk about giving up is excuses. And I put that as number one because good morning, Marcus. We have so many excuses for everything, and it's like instead of just getting in and getting it done, we have all these excuses. When I was in elementary school, kids used to always say excuses were like buttholes. Everybody had them and they all stank. And I thought that was the funniest joke ever because we weren't allowed to say cuss words. But they're excuses. And so we use these to keep us, stuck. We use excuses to keep us from moving forward. And a lot of times we think that they're really good excuses. We think they're really good excuses. And we say, I can't do that because I don't have all that I need. I can't have children now because I don't have the money. I can't get married now because I don't have the money. I can't go on vacation because I don't have the money. I can't do this because I don't have the money. So we have all these excuses. And so on this Give It Up Friday, we're going to give that up. We're going to give up excuses. I've already come up with my topic and my slogan for the new year for me, my personal motto for 2018. And I hope you've come up with yours too, because it's time out for excuses. It's time out. I know that life happens and we all get, bogged down sometimes, and we're like, oh my God, what do I do next? Today I got up at 5 and I was like, because that's so early to me, but my goals don't care about how I feel. My vision doesn't care about how I feel. And so on this Give It Up Friday, number one is we're giving up excuses. It's time out for that. Good morning, Millie. It's time out. It's time out for it. So we're going to give up excuses. We're going to give it up. And we're just going to make it happen. And so in doing it, it's going to cause you to have to make some changes. But that's okay. You can do it. Good morning, Valisa. So the next thing on this Give It Up Friday that we're going to give up is self-doubt. Self-doubt. I know that with people, a lot of times they're very opinionated about what it is you need to be doing with your life. Share the video too if you can. Thank you. Please share the video. Share the video. Share the video. Hi, Brent. I don't know who you are, but thank you for hopping on. Good morning, Queen. And so with self-doubt, when we listen to people, and a lot of times these people are so close to us physically, but so far away from us mentally. So they're in our proximity physically, so they feel like they can just pour into you any and everything, but mentally, they're not close to you. So we allow them to talk to us and whisper in our ears and tell us what we do, what we should be doing, and what we ought to be doing. And then self-doubt creeps in, and all of a sudden you're thinking that you can't do it because you've allowed the wrong person to pour into you. So self-doubt hops in. Good morning, Tia and Susan. So we have to give up self-doubt. It's Give It Up Friday, Susan. It's Give It Up Friday. We're giving it all up today. And so with self-doubt, we've got to give that up because we start doubting ourselves and doubting who we are, doubting whose we are, and allow people to just pour stuff into us that has no business being in us. And before you realize it, you're saying things like, well, maybe that wasn't such a good idea for me to do. Or maybe I shouldn't have done that. Or maybe I really should do this. And you're making decisions based on what somebody else has said, based on what they want you to do. Good morning, Michelle. So no, it's Give It Up Friday. Give up self-doubt. Give up self-doubt. If you don't toot your own horn, who will? If you don't look yourself in the mirror and say, I am gorgeous, I deserve better, I deserve this, I deserve that, who's going to come do that for you? Who's going to do it for you? Nobody? Nobody. Dana says, I didn't realize the Amber was this weekend. Really? Third weekend in October forever. Third weekend in October. So I'll be there. But this self-doubting thing has to stop because we get caught up listening to people who trick us into thinking that just because you fail at something or just because you make a mistake, that you're not worth it. Look at the people who's talking to you. Check out their lives. And if their lives line up with what you're trying to accomplish, then maybe that's who you need to be listening to. But if their lives don't line up, don't be listening to them. Too much life to remember. It is. Good morning, Roger. It is a lot of life to remember. But today, just for the next few minutes, Dane, I want you to focus. It's just a little time I'm going to take up from you this morning on this Give It Up Friday to realize that we've got to get rid of excuses and we've got to give up self-doubt. Got to give it up. Self-doubt will keep you sitting in that same situation, in that same chair, on that same couch, in that same house, looking at the same stories over and over and over, binge watching the same stuff because you've allowed the wrong people to pour into you. I look at people's lives and I look at how they live and I look at what they've accomplished and I think to myself, do I want to accomplish that? Or is that the goal that I need to set for myself? So don't allow people to do that. Now, the next thing we need to give it up is the fear of success. Fear of success. People are afraid to succeed. And the reason why I say people are afraid to succeed is because they won't take chances. They won't take chances when it comes to success, but they'll take a chance on standing in the rain to get the latest pair of Jordans. They'll take a chance on, getting the latest 42-inch weave from India. They'll take a chance on buying it from overseas, people you don't even know they're using Google Translator to communicate with you about the price. They'll take a chance on all of that, but when it comes to their success, they won't take that chance. Oh, I'm going to make somebody mad this morning. I'm not going to do it on purpose, though, but I'm just saying. We'll take chances on a whole lot of stuff, but we are afraid of success. So what I've learned in my short years on this earth is that it doesn't matter how you do, whether it's good or bad, whether it's, what people want you to do or not, somebody's always going to have something to say. But when it comes to your success, why would you put that in the hands of somebody else? So what I mean by putting it in the hands of somebody else, I mean, why would you allow them to tell you what opportunity you ought to take? Girl, that's a get rich quick scheme. Don't do that. Girl, they going to get all your money. Bill's taking all yours because you don't have that much. But you want me to sit down on an opportunity of a lifetime? Great opportunities don't knock on your door all the time. But that's why you have to know who's pouring into you and the people in your circle. You have to make sure that those people are in the right position. Which leads me to the next one, judging other people. Give it up Friday. You got to give it up. Judging others. Who are you? Who are you to curse someone? Who are you to bless someone? Who are you? Ask yourself that question. Ask yourself that question. Who made you God's right-hand man to be passing out blessings on his people? And you determine what they need and what they don't need. See, when people start talking about, and God ain't going to do this, I want to ask so bad, you his right-hand man now? When he hired you? Last time I checked, he didn't need help. He wasn't looking for help. But you got so much to say. Your stuff tore up from the floor up. You barely making it. But you judging. Let's not. Give it up Friday. Give it up Friday. Girl, you know, every time I see her, she in a whole new business. Every time I see her, she trying something new. Last time I saw her, she was in, what was the name of that business? Yeah, you don't even know the name of it. But you sitting at home every day worried about your bills. My cousin said, staying up worrying about bills late at night is not the same as insomnia. I have to agree. Peaches, I agree. It's not. I might stay up late, but it ain't because I need a bill paid. Might not be able to sleep, but it's not because I owe anybody. Thank you, Lord. Yes. So, let's think about that when we want to judge other people. See, it's Give It Up Friday, and we need to give these things up so that we can move forward. The thoughts and opinions that people have about you has nothing to do with you. It's not your business. That's what they think. So it's time to move forward. Sit down and figure out what you need to do for the year that's coming up. See, it's October, almost November. Let's say November. So if you haven't even started thinking about 2018, you're already late. You're already behind. Give it up Friday. We're going to give it up. We're going to give up excuses. We're going to give up self-doubt. We're going to give up judging other people. And guess what else we're going to give up? Fear of success. We're going to give it all up. Because you only live one life. That's all you get. You only get one life. That's it. Have you thought about that? You get one life on earth. How are you going to live it? We all get the same number of hours in a day, days in a week. What are you doing with your time? I feel so bad when I realize that I haven't accomplished a lot in a day. But I don't kill myself and beat myself up about it. I just say, well, tomorrow has got to be better because I just didn't accomplish a lot today. Michelle says, when what you know propels you forward and your gifts take you higher above the average person, you become a leader. That's what I fear, becoming a leader. Everyone looks to you for answers and inspiration because you have broken your chains. It's a daunting position. It is a daunting position. I agree with that. I do. I agree with that, Michelle. And people do look to you for answers and inspiration. But let me tell you one thing. Why they looking to you for answers and inspiration, they have to know that you're human. You're not going to be perfect all the time and you make mistakes. That's what people have to realize with leaders. That's why people be tripping out when they hear about preachers and he did this and he did that. Well, godly, he's not God. Leaders aren't either. So it's not that you're perfect, but you do need to have that fear of it being a daunting position so that you propel yourself forward and be the best leader that you can be. See, I know it's room for improvement with me. I don't doubt that. But when you are a leader, people are looking to you. People are looking to you. And so that's why, we have to make sure that we're not misleading people. We're not misguiding people. So we can't put these people on pedestals and put leaders on pedestals as though they can't make mistakes because they do. And so I like what you said when you said that when what you know prepares you forward and your gifts take you higher above the average person, you become a leader. Everybody's gifts can make room for them too. Everybody's gifts can make room for them too. I said when I got grown, I wasn't going to church no more. I went so much as a kid. I said I wasn't going no more. I said, Lord, if you just let me get grown, I ain't going to church no more. I'm talking about your gifts making room for you. So when I moved out of my grandmother's house and joined the church, I had to start playing the piano for money. I was like, whoa, look at that gift making room for me. Okay, and I'm not broke. I got a little job. And then you move yourself forward. So your gifts will make room for you, and we can all be propelled forward if we are in a position and a mindset to do so. I have a friend that talks about mindset change all the time. Mindset. And that's the truth. You have to have a shift in your perspective, and your mind has to change. We forget who we belong to. That's what we forget. We forget who we belong to. Any book on this earth that's greater than the book of 66. Can you let me know what that is? I need to know what that book is, because that book of 66 talks about everything that touches our lives. Success, failure, happiness, loss, grief, you name it. It's in there. It's in there. Learn about it on Sundays at 9:45, 9:30 at my church. It's called Sunday School. So it's like once we realize who we are and who we belong to, and once we look at those examples, see, those are the examples and models and people that we can pattern our lives after, and we don't fail. We're gonna make mistakes, but if you're patterning your life after the right people, sure, you're gonna have some times to where things aren't advantageous for you. You're gonna have times where things are challenges, there are obstacles, there are problems, there are potholes, there's all this stuff. But it's okay. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. We have to give it up. Today's Give It Up Friday. The last thing that we need to give up is the pessimistic folk in your group. The pessimistic folk in your group. I don't know who they are, you do. You know who they are. You know if they're pessimistic or not. You know who the optimistic people are. But it's up to you to decide to put them out. You can put them out or you can keep them in. I can't do that for you. Check your circle. Everybody clapping for you in your circle, not in your corner. Got to give it up. The one thing that I have learned is that people are people. They do what they do, and you can't make them do any different. You can persuade them, and you can show them a better way. That's what I like about God. He's not like going to just say, you're going to serve me, and you're going to do. He gives you a choice. He gives you a choice. So it's up to you. It's the same thing with our lives. I'm trying to see who's saying something else. Good morning, Jamichael, Erica, Tiba. Good morning, good morning. But today is Give It Up Friday. And when we realize that we give up these things start to work in our favor. But you got to give it up. Pessimistic people have no place in your circle. They're there to teach you. You can learn from them. Learn how not to be. You got to give it up. You got to give it up. You got to give it up. We have so much to accomplish and so much to do. So many people need our help. Starting right here in our homes, our communities, our cities, our states, the country. So many people need help. And we're running around trying to figure out what's the latest shoe that's coming out. We just got it all mixed up. We really do. And it's our kids. What's wrong with our kids? Because you're not teaching them. They're raising themselves. We're not giving them the gift of life. We were letting them raise themselves, and then we upset because they embarrass you in public. You embarrass me, and I'm going to embarrass you. My philosophy, Cree 101, hashtag Cree Unleashed. Call it whatever you want. Embarrass me in public, I'm going to embarrass you. Gonna do it just as sure as I sit here. Yes, ma'am. So we've got to realize that there are some things we just got to give up. So today is Give It Up Friday, and we're going to give it all up. So that when Reset Monday comes, God willing, we're going to be on point and ready to start that week. But we're going to give up some stuff. You got to give it up. Give up excuses. Give up self-doubt. Give up fearing success. Give up those pessimistic people in your circle and give up judging other folk. Give it up. I have a friend who will remain nameless. When I was becoming a teacher, she was a great mentor to me. And she said, honey, you're going to have to learn how to get along with everybody in this field. Yes, ma'am. Parent walked in, big old baby. And I don't know what, let me try to pick my words with care. She walked in and she had this baby. And I looked at the baby, and so did my mentor, and we noticed that the baby looked a little different. There wasn't anything wrong with the baby, it just looked different. And so the parent said, hi, tell Miss so-and-so, so-and-so, hi. Tell Miss so-and-so, hi. And the baby was just looking, and so she said, my, what a baby. My, what a baby. My, what a baby. And that's all she said. So I picked up on that because when the conversation was over, I said, why did you keep saying, wow, what a baby? She said, because I can't judge. She said, I've never seen a baby that looked like that. She said, so I would never say That sure is a funny looking baby. She said, I'll just say, wow, what a baby. She said, because no matter what you think, you don't have to let it roll off your lips. I'll never forget that example. She said, I don't care what I thought. She said, but I can't let that roll off my lips because that's my opinion. And you've got to learn how to get along with everybody. She said, you're going to see any and everything. And she was not telling a story. I've seen it all. Good morning, Yolanda. And so I've learned that there are some things we can't say. Now, I haven't learned that lesson completely because I still allow my loose lips to sink ships sometimes. But I'm working on that. But all I can say is we've got to learn how to give it up, and everything that comes to our mind, we don't have to say. We don't have to say it. We don't have to be the pessimistic person that people hate to see coming. We don't have to be that person. We don't have to be the pessimistic person who people are like, oh my God, here she comes again. Give it up. Today is Friday. It's time to start all over. I wish you well today. Give it up Friday. Give it all up. Give up excuses. Give up self-doubt. Give up fearing failure. Give it up. Give up judging other people. And give up those pessimistic people that are in your circle. You allow them to take up too much time and space. Yeah, Michelle, wow, what a baby. Instead of saying the baby was ugly, that's what she said. She said, what a baby. And I picked up on it and I was like, man, my friends would have went ham had they seen that, you know. But no, we can't do that. And so I wish you well on today. I hope that today is filled with a lot of productive activities for you. And I hope that you remember that it's Give It Up Friday. So when people come to you with that craziness, just say, you know what, giving it up. It's Give It Up Friday. It is Give It Up Friday. Give it all up. Give it up so that you can move forward and propel yourself to the next level. Whatever that is for you. For some people, the next level is just being able to have enough money to make ends meet every month. I get it. I understand. And that's okay too. So let's give it up today. I wish you well. I hope that today is the day that you just do something for somebody else other than yourself. Do something for somebody else. Everybody's dealing with their own private battles. I have mine. You have yours. We're all dealing with something. But we got to keep it moving. We can't allow it to keep us down. Okay? So just keep it moving. But today is Friday. I'm glad you made it to the weekend. I can't wait to go home and see my family and friends there. And so I'll get to do that. But I wish you well on today. Remember, the world is going to continue to rotate, whether you're standing on top of it or stretched out under it. I don't know where you need to be. I know where I want to be. I know where you need to be. But I hope you want to get there too. Because you have to want it bad enough to fight to get there. People say, girl, I got to fight like my life depends on it. It does. Mine does. All lives matter, right? Okay, well, mine depends on it. So I want to see you at the top because the bottom is too crowded. There's a whole bunch of folk down there happy doing nothing, and they're glad you're there because now they have company. So they're not challenged to do any better. They're challenged to just stay where they are. They're not challenged to move on up to the 3%. People post memes all the time about people living, they say the good life, yachts and exotic living, exotic food, traveling to faraway places and doing all these things. It's high time that we're waking out of our sleep so that we can join the 3%. I see you at the top because the bottom is too crowded. I wish you well on this Friday. Get out and make it a good day. My Spanish class is starting soon. October the 26th is on a Thursday. We meet 8 weeks. All right. Inbox me for pricing and more details. But I'm excited because I'm going to help some people get that competitive edge. And I hope to see you in class. Hope to see you at the top. And people say not from the top. That'll be great. I have a great weekend, Reese. I want everybody to have a great weekend. I'll see you guys on Reset Monday. Make it a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.